like the Atlantic and I'm going down like the Titanic.
I can't believe
Like the
this is my
Atlantic and I'm
life,
going down
and it is
like
kinda
the
crazy.
Titanic. Blue like the Atlantic and I'm going down like the Titanic. Blue like the Atlantic and I'm going down.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the first part, well, like a couple seconds of this would be a much needed discussion on where my life is going. I'm having that, breakdown moment where I'm trying to get ready for, the future, but I'm kind of fucking nervous. But let me just explain right now. My heart is telling me that I shouldn't go for stuff like, editing and stuff like that. My heart is telling me that I should go for creative writing. Because as a kid, I loved writing. I would write stories while I was locked away in my room. Couldn't come outside. Was on punishment a lot. But I've always loved to write. So I want you guys to hear me out. How would you guys feel if I wrote a book or a script, not a script, or something? I wrote something and I read it off to you guys. And it'll be just 100% just original. Like, it wouldn't necessarily follow the scripts of an anime, but it would be an anime without the animations. So it would be the rough draft of an anime. Alright, but without further ado, just tell me what you guys think in the comments. But, like I promised, I forgot who I promised. Oh well. This is what if Deku had an aphrodisiac mutation. Part 11. So, we last left off on the beginning of the forest arc. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to rush through this. Now, the beginning of the forest arc, it starts off the exact same as it would have. Oh, and long story short, they passed their exams, stuff like that. No, actually, I'm going to just do the exams after the forest arc. So, what All For One is trying to do is she's trying to get a hold of Deku. She wants him to be hers exclusively. And she knows the only way for that to happen is if she change her ways, truly. So, what she does is she makes a switch. Now, she knows she can't take back everything she did in her past. She knows this. She knows that her hands will always and forever be stained with blood. There's nothing she can do about that. She is a curse to society. She knows this. But she wonders if he will accept her if she starts turning into people like her. You see, the underground, as they call it in My Hero, well, not really My Hero, as they call it, in the villain terms, the underground, it's filled with horrible, despicable people. And the first person who one for all turns over, she turns over the doctor. The doctor gets upset about this. The doctor asks, how could you betray me like this? I thought, Overhaul then rebuttals, you thought wrong. You see, I only use you for personal gain. But now that I have something that I want this thing so much that I will turn over everything that I created for him. The doctor then looks at One for All. I mean, All for One, astonished and says, him, are you in love? And that's when All for One just smiles and tells Shigaraki, get him out of my face. The doctor gets dragged out screaming, no, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. As his voice becomes hers. Back in the forest, they're training how to use their abilities. One by one, everyone's powers are getting stronger. Stronger than they were in the actual anime. Todoroki is doing something different. She's trying to combine both of her ice and fire. Bakugo is building up sweat and trying not to spark it out. So, it can be like big explosions. And, Deku. Deku is the real pride of this. See, the Pussycats know about Deku's quirk. They were actually affected by it. Besides that big buff pussycat. Big buff pussycat knew what the hell was going on. But yeah. Oh, Koda also goes with them, to visit his aunt. And his aunt then tells Koda that you're pretty, happy, aren't you? Are you happy living with Mr. Izuku? And Koda just smiles and says, yeah. Eri had to stay at UA, sadly to say. But on the night the villain attack was supposed to happen, something strange happens. A black portal forms underneath Deku. And everyone is just wondering what the hell is going on, but no one really hears Deku, scream or anything. And Deku sees a woman in front of him, a woman with a mask on, with beautiful facial features, standing and says, oh my god, he's here. He's here. And she begins to blush, faint, and whatnot. But then she says to herself, I don't have much time. I just want to give you this. And what she does is she runs up to Deku and kisses him. Kisses him softly. Softly to the point where their tender lips touch. And it feels as though, Deku's on Mount Messiah, Mount Olympus. That's what it feels like to Deku. He's in heaven. But then he feels a warm sensation flowing throughout his body. He feels almost as if he has unlimited power. Now, what is this? A lot of you may be asking. Not even I know. But it doesn't stop there. See, this mysterious, strange woman that Deku has never met rips off his clothes and then proceeds to brutally and mercilessly rape him. I don't like using that word, but yes, she does. We all know who this person is. Everybody know. If you don't, it's the only person who's obsessing over Deku like this. And she's just going at it though. She doesn't care. Her busty breasts are just bouncing. It's almost as if, she was waiting for this. The satisfaction that she's gained from this is extraordinary. She's in complete bliss. She says, we're not stopping here. Keep going. Harder. Push deeper. She doesn't want to stop. She doesn't care. She doesn't care if someone walks in. Why would she? Deku then says, you know what? I'm tired of this. And he releases mass amounts of his quirk. The aphrodisiac, that is. Causing her to violently orgasm. She then begins to shake, shiver, and quiver. But it's almost as if the effect was multiplied. Almost as if Deku got an upgrade. I'm sorry. That'll have to be all. I promise you, I will do another part tomorrow. I will just do another part tomorrow since this part was so short. But I have something I need to do today. I made a promise and I plan to keep it. But tell me what you guys think about this part and, well, this short part and what I told you in the beginning. But without further ado, oh, yes, that's right. And it'll also be, some of it will be hentai. But don't focus on that. Some of the stories I write will be hentai. But don't focus on that. Stay pervy. And I love you guys. Thank you for being along for the ride.
Yes, she